Is we fucking or what?
Is that what you typically see on your For You page? Well, today we are going to be reacting to some better TikToks instead of just the TikToks like this. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with too many YouTube channels. Of course, we do have to abide by the fair use guidelines over here, so we are going to be reacting to this video over here. And that is, I had to do a quick cut and edit because what my reaction was is, oh my god, that's the best video that I've ever seen in my entire life. But I knew that was going to get clipped, and that's extremely inappropriate. What can we say, man? The very, very nice smoke, you know, like steam coming up from the hot tub. All right, what do we have over here? What do we have over here? I guess her name is Caitlin Rose. Check my reposts. Better than that. Awesome. We love to see that. Gentle, eye contact, passionate, consensually, respectfully. Next question. What? All right, well, we're going to be reacting to the rest of the TikToks now, guys. Let's get into the video that we all had you for here. Excuse me if you could hear that note, that little bit of music. We're off to a great start. Holy. Now, guys, let's get started with the actual TikToks for today. I told her to get in the cart for TikTok, then pushed her in the employees only section. I've seen these types of videos, man. They're so good. Oh, look at the nice, great time that she's having. Here we go. Into employees only. Dude, it's so good. I love that. It's the best part. What is when we're already scrolling through? No, get back up there. Get back up there. Sorry. Man, this video is a mess today. Harmless pranks are the best pranks, guys. I really do love them. Who needs enemies with friends like her? Exactly. I honestly would have stayed in the cart, been like, my friend thought it was funny to push me here. I'm so sorry. That's actually okay way to go about it. Starting off good today, guys. Let's continue.
When someone's picking you up, you're supposed to be ready before they get to you.
So true. Accurate. The fact that people are not like that is crazy to me.
Not after. I go to pick up my boy. I'm telling him, yo, I'm at your door. He goes, sure, dude. Let me get ready. What have you been doing up until this point?
That's what I'm saying. Like, hey, you're supposed to, hey, I'll pick you up at 6:15. That doesn't mean get ready at 6:15, dude. I'm so with the crash out on that one. We should make it normal to, like, leave them and not drive them anywhere. I'd be standing at the door with shoes on, jacket on, purse in hand. That is the respectable thing to do if someone is nice enough to give you a ride. And it's annoying to wait for you to. Exactly. It's always annoying. Nah, I'm going to take my time. I can't believe people are like that, man. That's actually insane.
You got Sydney Sweeney showing up to these NBA games, and all of a sudden you got guys doing stuff like this.
It's good.
Oh my god, dude. I mean, like, do I blame them? No. It's like it's a meme in the UFC too. Like every time Sydney Sweeney, like that, I've only known of a few times where she's showing up to a UFC event, and all of a sudden the guys are like biting down on their mouthpiece, putting on an absolute war.
But I
Oh
get
my
it,
God.
man. He went off tonight too. I don't blame bro.
Dude, there is actually nothing more motivational and nothing to, like, get the kick going under a man's shoes than, like, a pretty girl watching them. And there's actual science behind that too. If you ever watch a guy, like, bench pressing, like he does his maximum bench press, and then you get a girl to sit on his lap, and then he breaks that record. He can push more. Like, there's actual science behind that. I love it, man. That's actually insane. Anything for the us. Wait for the swaz. The comment section's okay today.
You know, when you're younger and everyone would always say to you, like, the boys are going to be banging down your door when you get older. They're going to be lined up around the block for you. You know, they look at your parents and they're like, you're going to have trouble with this one, right? You're going to have to sit at the front door with a shotgun, right? Just all this stuff. They think you're going to be like a supermodel and you're only like 8 years old, okay?
It's funny because we've all heard that type of stuff, right? No matter what you look like, you could look like, I don't know, you could look like a little devil at it. That's not an accurate description. You could look like a possum and you would hear the same things.
And you're hearing it and you're just laughing it off and you're like, ha ha ha, grandma, thank you. You're crazy, but thank you. Okay? Then you get older and you get to the point where everyone thought that people would be literally banging down your front door to be with you. I don't know. And you get to that point and suddenly they flip the script. Those same adults that were saying, you're going to be so incredible when you're older, they won't be able to get enough of you, right? Those same people are now saying, well, what are you doing? He's not just going to show up at your front door.
Dude, that's actually so accurate. Oh my god. I thought she was going to go in, like, I thought she was going to start talking about, like, where's all the boys? Nobody's knocking down my door. I thought that's what it was going to take, but that's actually so true.
Oh, but when I was 8, you said he was, though. Now that I'm here, it's like, well, what are you doing? You have to put yourself out there. He's not just gonna show up at your front door. Okay. Okay. Well, I think I was a little misled. Not one.
And to be honest with you, with the amount of times that, especially like if you're like legitimately a cute little kid, you would hear that a lot. But you do hear that, like I'm talking about, like ugly kids hear that. So I can't imagine if like you're a cute little kid, right? Wow, I never actually thought about people carrying that into adulthood.
Not once has someone banged down the door or lined up around the block. So I don't know what you're talking about. You know when you're younger and everyone.
You know what? That was actually a totally fair TikTok. Bonnie Blue heard that stuff a lot. Oof. It switches to, you're so amazing, boys are just intimidated by you. Oh my god, dude. She's gonna break some hearts. Yeah, my own. They gassed us up hard. So true. Check your friend zone and ignore list. That's actually, to be honest with you, the case. Those people, actually, yeah, these people literally are lined up for you. What can you do, though? What can you do?
When I used to get really yelled at in retail, my go-to move was something I called a statue. When they would really start yelling at me, I would go, just show no signs of life whatsoever. And the icing on the cake, if they really keep going, I would move my eyes slightly to the left or the right, just a little bit like this. Not enough where you're really looking past them, but enough where it messes with their head, but not.
Dude, that actually would mess with people's head. I have worked at both Tim Hortons and McDonald's for years, and that is actually that's actually so good. I keep meaning to make a tier list on like the worst types of customers and things like that because I have a lot of experience in retail. Oh, I completely understand this guy, man.
Not so much they can call you on it. And then here's the key. Once they're finally out of gas, there's going to be a long pause. You cannot talk first. Let them break the silence because they're finally going to go, well, and then you just go, which one of the options I gave you did you want to go with? When I used to get really yelled at.
Dude, that would actually work so well, man. But you know what sucks is I've struggled this more as I've aged, shockingly, but I think it's because I have been busy with life and I've been out of MMA now. I don't have an outlet for my testosterone. I have more trouble dealing with that type of stuff now. I taught myself how to be the queen of gray rocking because I ugly cry when I'm angry. I wasn't crying at work because I hurt my feelings. I was crying because all I felt was rage. It takes a lot of practice to stare and stay silent when someone tries to rip you apart. I don't even understand the types of people who like go to just a cashier and start tearing them a new one. It's literally show no signs of life. My call center go-to was, just because I'm not telling you what you want to hear doesn't mean it's the wrong answer. Ooh. I did this to a lady and she said, don't you have anything to say to me? I replied with, do you have a rewards card? It's all right. I've been saying I just work here a lot recently, and that's honestly, it's so true. My mom referred this as becoming an ATM. No matter how much you scream at an ATM, it only responds with withdrawal or deposit. That is great, honestly. That is pretty good. Let's continue on to the TikToks. When you're
One time in my
Mandarin,
life, I felt that. What was my purpose?
Okay. I was a little bit confused by this, but the comments on this one are gold.
And sometimes you graduate out of high school, you look for that job, you look for that career.
Yeah, no, that's like the biggest mistake of all time. If you're ever in a relationship, just so you know, guys, no matter what your girl tells you, she writing it down for the next argument with almost 100,000 likes. If that tells you anything. Yup. Tries not to breathe in case he gets distracted and changes the subject. Excuse me, huh? Never open up, especially the huzz. Yep. It's so beautiful watching like watching a flower bloom in front of you. Huh? Don't water it so it can dry up and wilt. Then you can pull the other dried wilted ones on the dresser. What? Writing down to use it against him is crazy work. Yep. Bro, about to learn the hard way why we don't do that. Don't do this, gang. Trust me. She gonna weaponize every bit of that info. Yup. There's always that one, right? There's always that one. Are we okay? No, you don't open up to girls, man.
What's the best anyone has ever looked in a movie? I'm talking about if you think of the single most attractive looking human you have ever seen on screen.
Okay, I could think about like, I'm not going to talk about like my own personal taste. I'm a married man. If I had to ballpark like what objectively it is, like I'm taking my own opinion out of it because I personally think that Margot Robbie's overrated. I will say that, and I think that's fair to say. Like, I mean, it's a fair take to say, like, because I'm uncomfortable just like, oh yeah, this girl, look at her. Margot Robbie, Wolf of Wall Street, probably gets the most hype ever. Maybe Padme. Let's see. I don't know if she's gonna have an answer.
This is who immediately comes to mind. Some people will say Megan
Oh,
Fox
how did I
is
not think of that? How did I not think of that? Yeah, that's gotta be it, right? That's gotta be it. You ever hear, every single time I see this photo, I think of an old TikTok that I saw where it's like giving my son the test to see. You just see like if you're, there's a particular test that you want to give your son growing up.
Almost, I know that's a pretty big one. There are a few Ryan Gosling moments, maybe Brad Pitt.
I don't think guys can stack up to the beauty of women. It's impossible.
Angelina Jolie and Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Pick your movie. If it's recency bias, maybe you'll pick Paul Mescal in Gladiator 2. I know there's a lot of Margot Robbie moments.
That's the one that came to mind.
Maybe in The Wolf of Wall Street. It's absolutely iconic. Even the
Dude,
Big
one of my
Short.
most hottest takes of all time is this girl's overrated. Like, I'm not saying she's ugly. I'm not saying she's ugly. Just, I don't get it. I have a friend, a really, really close friend, who is obsessed with this girl and always thought, like, she's the best thing ever. I'm like, dude, I do not get it. But obviously I'm in the minority.
Who do you think is the single most attractive human being? Or I guess if you want to be going with a cartoon character, that's also cool. Whatever it is.
Big Hero 6 Ant, something like that.
What is the most attractive person?
Oh my god, I thought we were going to see like a ranking or something like that. You're not even going to give us an answer? I didn't look at the comments yet. Natalie Portman, Attack of the Clones. That's where my mind kind of went. Everybody used to be obsessed with her. Get Jessica Alba in Sin City. I've never watched Sin City, but everybody likes Jessica Alba. Dylan O'Brien, Maze Runner. Yes, even I know that this dude is a good-looking man. But again, I don't think, like, I really, really believe this, and I know it's easy to say because I'm straight. Objectively, the beauty of a beautiful woman is incomparable to a man. Or I said that backwards, excuse me, but you get my point. Cameron Diaz, a mask. I forgot about that too. I don't even know who Keira Knightley is. Kate Beckinsale, Underworld. Oh, I know who you're talking about. Gal Gadot, Rachel Weisz, Catherine Zeta. I don't know who all of these are. I know Salma Hayek. Yeah, I know that's a good one too. But I probably have to go with Margot Robbie. That's probably like the most hyped up one ever. Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow is a is one that I'm surprised isn't mentioned. That's gonna hurt in the morning. Oh. Ow! Hang on. Oh my god, it literally just came off the slide. How does that pass safety regulations? I'm wondering, how does half of these things even work? How the heck did that water park not know how gravity works? I don't think they care. It was just a very, very cheaply built slide. You know what, though, guys? I think that if you should probably continue watching these TikTok videos, and you can find them in this video right here. I would love to have you over there. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Take care, guys.